All right, so let's get into a little Lakers talk. Saw
Ooh,
some
we haven't had that in
rumors.
a bit. We haven't had that in a
Yeah,
bit.
yeah,
It's
I
nice.
figure we got a little L back in the screen here. So,
There we go.
been hearing some rumors and some, things that are looking like LeBron will likely opt in. Um, so, my question for you, Eric, what does that mean if he does opt in? Is that like a signal for anything?
It is for me, and I don't like. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I'm some salary cap expert. So there could be like a strategy with this, but if we're talking about the LeBron James I know and the one that's been kind of doing this every season for a while now, or some years in Cleveland, some years here, right? Miami. He tends to sign like a 1+1. And so
Hmm.
what that means is he opts out. He'll opt out of his contract typically, and then he'll sign a contract for 2 years, and then one being guaranteed, and the next year potentially opting out. And then what that usually does is it obviously gets him more money because the salaries usually go higher and higher as the years go on. And then it kind of tells you most likely he's playing, which the point I'm going to get at is he's going to play a second year. And so when the first thing I thought is when I saw that he potentially is going to opt in, is like, this is it. It's his final NBA season. And he's finally decided that. I don't know if he's going to announce it early on.
Yeah.
We talked about how we think he's not going to have a farewell tour, but when it's pretty obvious what's going on, it just may be like, maybe with like 20, 30 games left in the season, he may mention it.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, again, it could be like a salary strategy. I don't think it's anything to do with like him going somewhere else next year, nothing like that. If it happens, I truly believe year 23, year 8 with the Lakers, will be his final season.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, he usually does the 1-and-1s, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I just
I
see
don't know.
so many scenarios where this next year is LeBron's last year. I mean, to me, where it stands out is he obviously wants to break the record and probably play the most seasons, which would be 23.
Yeah.
His number's 23, right? And he got his wish to play with his son. Now, the only reason if he were to stay for
I know
maybe
what you're
one more year would be to play with Bryce, but I mean, I don't think
yeah,
we can really get into that conversation really.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't see him doing a full retirement tour. It would be kind of nice to know if he was retiring though, versus just like I feel I'd be kind of disappointed if he just said, "Oh, I'm done. I'm not going to play." Right? It's his
Right.
choice. Like he could do whatever he wants. It's LeBron. He deserves to do whatever he wants. But I would like to see a little bit of love given to a player that's brought so much to this game. Right? Like Kobe's retirement year was so meaningful. I think to the NBA and to Kobe. Um, and also just think that there's so much LeBron hate in general. I think it'd be nice to like have him in every stadium where people are actually cheering for him, things like that. Now it does make a little distraction for the team. So I
Yeah,
get
I was
it.
gonna say that.
In Kobe's time, the Lakers sucked. Right. So it was like, all right, this is the best thing that's going to happen to the Lakers all season is LeBron or is Kobe doing a retirement tour. Right. Because the Lakers were not going to be good at all. So I can understand that. But it'd be kind of nice to just know. But yeah, you don't know with LeBron. I don't think we'll really ever know.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice for sure. I mean, I know, like, according to us, like Laker fans and the Laker pundits, like, depending on what we do, I mean, we're seeing it as a, hey, we gotta make a run next year. You don't want to waste any Luka Doncic years.
Yeah.
And so great farewell tour would be awesome. But hey, we're trying to get once again a top seed, and we're trying to make a run in the playoffs. And so, and I think two things they both can happen. I'm not
Mhm.
saying if that happens, it's not going to happen, of course, for the Lakers. But that's what I guess I'm saying is like I wonder if LeBron may not want to do that like for that reason alone.
Mhm.
And I know he's very polarizing, and there's going to be a lot of talk, chatter either way. People will say, "Oh, of course he's going to want to have like a full year. And then the others will say, well, yeah, I think he deserves it after playing 22 seasons and it being year 23. Yeah. So, I mean, only time will tell. Again, he hasn't officially opted in. It's just speculation at this point. It could totally change, right? I mean, he has until June 29th, I believe, to decide, late June. And so, again, we don't know if it's like helps out the Lakers salary cap wise, hurts it. I know sometimes when somebody opts out, it does provide a little flexibility. So that's something to monitor as well.
Yeah. Now, I know we just talked about this maybe possibly in his last year, but do you think he plays for another team at all? Or is just he's going to be with the Lakers no matter what, especially since they traded for Luka?
Yeah, I think them trading for Luka probably rejuvenated him a bit. I mean, I know he would love to win a fifth championship, and but I just get the feeling he's not like obsessed over it because he knows that if he gets a fifth championship, it's going to be like, oh, because they got Luka. He's still one short of Michael with 6. He went to 11 finals and lost 6 or 7 or whatever it is, right? So I don't like for him to like leave would be to get another championship and just I mean he's anchored down here in LA. Obviously Cleveland and Akron and Ohio will always be his home. That's the one team I would see.
Who'd you say?
The Cleveland Cavaliers, the 1 seed Cleveland Cavaliers. Yeah. Wouldn't you know? What are they? I wonder what they're missing. Maybe a little.
I don't know why. Like I have this. Like I don't want to put rumors out there or anything like that. But I've been hearing some chatter about Austin Reeves and whether or not he's going to opt. Like he's not going to put sign an extension right away because he wants to opt into a bigger deal next year, which makes sense. And then there's been some trade, like if we're going to trade, maybe Austin Reeves would be the person to trade. And so it got me thinking was if there was ever a scenario for LeBron to play elsewhere again, I think that would be going home to Cleveland.
Yeah, that's the one team.
And the only thing I would see that would persuade maybe Cleveland to do it is if they got like Austin Reeves with LeBron, right? I mean, I think giving up a lot for LeBron at this age is pretty difficult. But if you added maybe somebody else with it, that might entice them to create a better package for LeBron. And so I was like, well, I mean, the only thing the Lakers would need is a big. And that would be Evan Mobley, would be my only
Mr. Mobley
that I would essentially trade LeBron, Austin Reeves for like a Darius Garland and Evan Mobley or something like that. Right. So, and then you get back a little guard and you get back a big defensive guy and that can do everything at the 5 position that Luka would want. Right.
Ooh,
and
imagine
he's
that.
a all-star. Like he will be an all-star and he would be something else at that 5 position. So those are like, it's, obviously haven't heard any of this stuff. I'm not trying to create
speculation.
Any rumors. This is more just like if there was a scenario, I think that would fill the bill for Cleveland because you get LeBron, Donovan Mitchell, still have like a Jared Allen or something, and maybe possibly like Austin Reeves, right, in that trade. And I don't know if vice versa financially how all that works, but just interesting, some food for thought, kind of on that conversation.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's a little out of the norm. I mean, we talk about how we just imagine or just assume he's gonna, opt in and sign with the Lakers, but maybe he'll be opt in a trade. I mean, anything. I think we know it's gonna happen, but anything is possible. I mean, when the Lakers traded for Luka, it was the sign of this is Luka's team.
Sure,
and we got to start building a team that. So we got to put players that's surrounding him that really fits his needs, as a ball player, and the sooner the better. Not to say him and LeBron, they had a nice little run together last year. Not to say that they can't do the same, but let's be honest. Like we're hoping we can get one with this squad, but we know that the next 6, 7, 8 years, hopefully if Luka resigns, is going to be about Luka being our star with complementary pieces. And
for sure.
Those seem like two nice complementary pieces from Cleveland.